Hello, Mastertron Tamer here. I've had several requests from people who have viewed my PageRank video to know a little bit more about how they could get their own free instance of Databricks. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick video and explain that process to you so you can do that. All right, so the very first part of this is we need to go to the Databricks website. It's just databricks.com. From there, we hit Try Databricks over here on the left. That will bring us to a little form we need to fill out, kind of an obligatory normal form. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and put in something of a generic name. Call it the Smith Company for an email, and we do need to have a valid email, so we'll go ahead and put one in there too. Oops. Okay, so that looks reasonable, and we'll say that Bob is the president. And that's all we really need to fill out to move on to the next step. We're going to go ahead and say get started for free. Free is always good, right? And that brings us to this next page. So as you can see, you have three choices here, three main choices, where you can pick the Amazon, Microsoft Azure, or Google for your cloud provider. This is one of the great features of Databricks. It is cloud neutral. It can run in any of these clouds, so that if you already have an account in one of them, you could just set up Databricks there if you want. Or you could pick one of these. And if you do, you'll get a 15-day trial, which is great. It's a full-blown version. You just have it for 15 days. But let me show you another option that you may want to consider. It's down here. It's kind of in fine print. It says get started with Community Edition. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Okay, now they want us to go find that link in our email. That shouldn't be too hard. Have that set up ready to go. Here it is. And away we go. This is going to, of course, take us in and ask us to set up our password. That will be the next thing we need to do. And reset. Oh, that makes sense that they want a symbol in there, so we'll do that. And boom, we're in the Databricks Community Edition. So far as I know, these accounts don't time bomb, they don't expire on you. And you can go ahead and do any of the experiments I was doing. You'll want to create a cluster. That's over here under Compute. You say Create Cluster. Give it a name. Look how creative I am. And then just say Create Cluster. You don't get to choose the settings for the cluster, so that's pretty straightforward. And there's several different areas. There's a data science and analyst area, but the place where I was at was the notebook environment, which is similar to the Jupyter notebooks. I'm going to click on Workspace, and then to create a workspace, I'll first hit Home so that I'm in my place, and then I'm going to say Create Notebook, give it a name. I'm going to keep the default language of Python, and I'm going to connect it to that cluster that I just created and say Create. And there's the first cell of our notebook. A few things in here for finding your way around. The first field is where you connect it to your cluster. We already did that. This is a play all button, which will play all the cells of the notebook in order. This one over here is an eraser. And what it does is it goes ahead and erases the state if you want to do that. If you want to add additional cells, you just hover here and you can put more in. And then finally, to run a cell, you just click over here, run cell, and you get choices of run cell, run all of them above in sequential order, or run them all below in sequential order. But I'll go ahead and let you take your own tour of that and play with that. Go ahead and get your Community Edition set up. If I get a lot of comments for people who would like some more training in here, I'm happy to put that together. Like I said, please let me know your opinions. I put this one together because people wanted to know how to get their own instance of Databricks. So until next time, this is the Mastertron Tamer, and we'll see you in the next video.